Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to, or welcome back, I should say, to the Link to the Past Randomizer tournaments. We have two matches right here that are coming up. We have Tairr versus Rywek and ninjembro versus Jenja, as you can see, already underway. Yeah, just for reference, it is Tairr versus Rywek and ninjembro versus Jenja, so those are two singled out matches right there. And that being said, both pairings, as far as I know, are using the same seed, so that should be quite interesting. Regarding the runners, real quick, I think all four of them, well, yeah, that makes sense. All four of them won their first match. So in week 2 right here, they are trying to go 2-0, which would give them a pretty good chance, pretty good chance to, lay the groundwork to advance to the group phase later on in this tournament. So I'm sure they're all going to be pretty motivated to give it their best here. I am joined by my friend Denise on commentary here. Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Omegas?
It's going. I'm excited.
Oh, as am I. I love these dual races here. You know, and like you said, yeah, they are using the same seed. It just makes it a little bit easier for us and as the commentators and the trackers just to maintain a little bit of order, because two races going on with two different seeds is chaos.
Mm-hmm. So interestingly enough, with the opening here, we see that Tairr and Rywek kind of decided to take a little bit of a different opening route compared to each other, while Jenja and ninjembro are basically doing the exact same things. So that's pretty interesting right there. At the end of the day, unless one location that the one person checks before the other at the very start has a very important item, they should meet up eventually, given that they are doing everything accordingly. So far, I don't think I've seen anything too good except for 300 rupees. So
yeah,
nothing...
Jenja and ninjembro both found the half magic, which is pretty good. You know, considering what we may see early on in this seed, if we see any of the rods or the safety items, I like to see that half magic early. Ooh, looking like the top tier pull is red rupees. That's always good to see as well.
Additionally, Rywek is using the hut to stock up on bombs, which is an interesting move.
It takes a little bit more time, but it also saves that that bit of rupees.
When we did find boots here and gloves on Tairr's stream.
What are those, as he would say? So yeah, the Kakariko route, really safe. More than likely why ninjembro and Jenja kind of going the same route. So many items, no restrictions, so you're bound to find something good here, even if it's just one item.
It's Tairr Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, the invisible sprite. You don't see it quite often, mainly just because you have to kind of memorize where your hitbox is.
Yeah, I could not play like that, to be quite honest with you. Alright, so these early boots, though, I mean, they always give you a very, very good feeling about, like, at least the first half hour of the seed. I know that if I play, I love to see them, even though I know the rest of the seed at some point is going to be trolly, but yeah, it's always a good feeling getting those.
Oh yeah, version 26, you know we're gonna see 90% of all the dungeons.
And it looks like all runners will now have the boots momentarily, so yeah, like I said, they kind of merge up here a little bit I think Ninjembro is just slightly ahead of Jenya, while Rywek he's been paying a bit of a price for using the hut to stock up on bombs and all that. He does save the money that you would normally use to buy the bombs. However, he did lose a bit of time over Tairr here, as we can see.
Yeah, it'll really only come into play like if Tairr were to find like a 300 rupee spot like really early, coming up on like these remaining spots in the light world. But if Tairr does end up, you know, roughly about 50 rupees behind Rywek, the amount of time that he spent here could even out on that Zora check.
Definitely, yeah. Tairr also found a sword already. I didn't actually see where that was. Ooh.
Whoa.
What's going on here? They are getting item after item right now. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, these boots really unlocking this seed.
Did he find a sword, or is that might just be a tracker mistake?
It does, yeah. That looks like a tracker mistake.
Okay. I was like, oh, but they keep finding items. All right, good. We're keeping it going. The mirror in the escape back. So we have the fire at the mirror for Tairr. All other runners will probably get that eventually as well. Jenya making the play in the bottom right, as well as Rywek does. So Rywek did not find the fire rod yet, though. I'm assuming he's going to check afterwards. While ninjembro is taking a little bit of a different route, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be worse, even though the payout from checking escape here is pretty good.
Although the mirror in escape, you like to see it, but not there. The mirror escape, probably one of the better locations to find, is like right at the end at Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Just that way, you know, if you have that torch, you can mirror, go right back to the beginning, and then finish the remaining checks in that dungeon.
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting. Rywek, since he's going to the dam now, has the mirror in possession, able to use the block disappearance glitch, so doesn't have to push 2 extra things. That's definitely a better use of routing, as escape. Once again, one of those places, just like Kakariko, does not have too many restrictions as to what items can be there, so more often than not pays off for our racers.
Yeah, and Mini Moldrum Cave has the book in it as well, which gives the runners access to, at least partially, through desert. They do have the glove. All they need is a light source, fire source, which we know there is a fire rod out there, but only 2 runners have it so far.
Yeah, I just gotta mention that ninjembro really handled that Mini Moldrum Cave with just bombs alone, and unfortunately, Rywek taken to death here. That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Tairr found silver arrows in the start of escape here.
And this is where the half magic's really coming in.
Oh yeah, you love half magic, and then with the fire rod, awesome. Like, you can just like breeze through the enemies here everywhere. It's really good.
Yeah, ball and chain guard, just 1 fire rod shot, done.
Alright, so far I don't think anybody has checked what the Light World dungeons are, so we are still kind of in the dark on that.
Ooh!
Oh
Titans and Blue Mail behind Sahasrahla.
Let's see,
this and Bombos.
Oh man. Ah, there we go. I think I saw Crystal for Eastern, Crystal for Desert, and Pendant for Hera, if I saw that right.
Sahasrahla really hoarding today. But yeah, about the map check, it kind of comes down to each racer. Some people don't really decide to check until they have items to do a dungeon. So far, the only person that has everything in order to even attempt Desert Palace is Jenya. And that's
Jenja
more
did...
than likely why when I would check the map, you know, if I find the bow, if I find the mirror and the gloves, and then if I find like the book and stuff like that, those are, you know, prime times for me to check that map.
Definitely. Jenja did find the flippers as well as ninjembro. So here comes the first Zora check. While in the other race, Tairr now with the bottom light world road here, and Rywek is going into Eastern Palace.
I'm liking this Eastern Palace play, even if the bow isn't here. Really early on, we've seen a couple of races in the past, Eastern just having something that you kind of want to have.
Yep. Eastern is definitely a very, very important dungeon to check, even if you don't really have everything to beat it, or if it's a pendant dungeon, simply because you can access it so easily. And the logic really deciding more often than not, it will put something here that you need eventually. So the check is definitely good. I agree. Okay, that's interesting. Well, ninjembro and Jenja kind of making the same calls again. Ninjembro entering desert while Jenja's following behind, but the routes are really different, which I really enjoy from all runners almost.
Yeah, they're making it hard on us. We're trying to keep track of everything, but
Yeah,
luckily our trackers are on point.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
believe we have 2 trackers with us today to help maintain this. We got DJ Tifa Heart, and I hope I don't say this wrong, Dude.
Sounded good to me. Alright, so interestingly enough, if Jenja enters Desert now, he will be able to finish it, while ninjembro doesn't have the Fire Rod yet. So he might just have to come back here. Which is not something you really like to see, especially if you use the book to enter Desert. It takes a while to get through the dungeon. Like later on, if you have like the mitts and the mirror and the flute, it's always easy to just like, you know, quickly jump into Desert and then do that. But you definitely don't want to re-enter if you have to use the book.
Yeah, Rywek having a bit of a tough time, but got through the dark room here in Eastern. It's not easy. Not easy at all to get through those dark rooms.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a sword.
Oh no!
Oh, no! Yeah, good call. Would have done the same in his spot.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just pray that that wasn't important.
Looking like Tairr didn't really find anything of use over at the hobo.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say what you were going to say. Since Rywek had the Titan's Mitt, was able to check this, more than likely going to get himself a Fire Rod coming in very shortly.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. Or not.
Interesting. The Bonk Rocks are a location that has been known to be forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope he remembers at some point.
See Jenja making his way through Desert Palace.
Oh, and ninjembro did have the Fire Rod. Phew.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, huh, is he making his way through there? But no, I do see that Fire Rod selected. So yeah, Lanmo is going to go down really easy. 2 Fire Rod shots per Lanmo head.
Yeah.
And with half magic, they have plenty of opportunities to, you know, make those hits.
Rywek is on 1 bomb, and this bomb has to kill the Moldorm. Alright. Good.
Yeah, talk about operating under pressure.
Okay, so I mean the runners they must be happy with how many items they found. However, the Moon Pearl is not one of them. And you have that cape in your inventory that you got really early. And it always makes you wonder, are you going to make me go to Aga or not? So far they haven't found the lamp, so that's an indicator that maybe... Oh, the flute on Landmo! Oh my god! What is going on here? This doesn't seem right.
Oh no, there's still plenty of time for the seed to completely go dry on our racers and kind of twist it on them. So, well, we're excited to see all these things just pop up so early. It's like, wait, let's wait. This is still version 26.
Yeah, let's see. Let's not call it early.
Although I would not mind for version 26 to throw our racers a bone here and just have it come down to, like, you know, a lot of things early access that we've seen kind of held off for a while, and it just kind of come down to like 2 things as usual, which will be the major routing decision.
And yes, just to clarify for those of you who just joined, these are 2 one-on-one races, and but so that you guys don't like get confused about 2 different seeds, they all race the same seed. So it's Tairr versus Rywek, and then ninjembro versus Jenja. Alright, so Jenja just finishing off Landmos and getting his flute, which gives access, like, logic-wise. They could have gone to Death Mountain already, but now they have a quote-unquote legit way to get there. Since all you need really is gloves, but you also, logic-wise, need the lantern in order to get up to Death Mountain. But now they can go there just like that, which gives them access to Hera.
Yeah, we could see a lamp somewhere along the lines in, like, Death Mountain. Which might point our our racers up to go to Ganon Tower, but I don't know about you. I don't think I want to make a climb, or you can't actually make the climb up to Ganon Tower without a sword. You can't complete it. You gotta be able to slash that curtain.
Yep. And at this point, I have so many items, I really, really want to try and get that Moon Pearl somewhere. Like, if I have a seat that doesn't give a lot, and just, like, I have, like, say, a pair of gloves, and then, like my sword and my cape, I will try maybe to go to Aga, if I have the lantern, but, like, with the loadout the guys have right now, I mean, you're going to try your damnedest to, like, make it happen that Aga is not required.
Oh yeah, and we're only about, like, 17 minutes in. Usually the Aghanim gamble, if it's, like, if you didn't receive some of those items early on, you know, such as, like, lamp, sword, cape, you're going to be kind of waiting until, like you said, the very last minute. Unfortunately for Rywek, looking like Tairr is having a much easier time in Eastern.
Yep.
Using the boots to signify where he is. You got the key.
Swag dog. Now, I think in general, so far, our runners are kind of on equal footing. Again, they're, like, making a bit of a different routing decisions here and there, but they are kind of doing the same things as they go along. If I would have to pick somebody who is currently a bit ahead, though, I would say Tairr, maybe, because he does have the silver arrows, and they were in escape. And I'm not sure if the receipt keeps giving. I'm not sure if people will go into the front of escape like that. That's the location some people tend to skip every now and then when the seat goes well. And yeah, it only had the silver arrows, but they can be a huge advantage.
Yeah, it's also it's something that you're so used to doing or used to have to do for the standard seed. So whenever open kind of comes up, you know, you don't have to do escape. Yep. So you'll check Uncle, you'll check the chest right below him, and then, you know, you'll kind of go the rest of your way because, you know, you don't have a sword, you know, you don't think about maybe alternate routes, and you just think about all these other locations that are open and waiting for you to kind of, like, search through them, get these items, and it's just going to be like one of those situations where you just kind of forget it, which is one of these situations for Rywek here. We saw him check the King's Tomb, but not the Bonk Rocks right next to Sanctuary. So without that Fire Rod here, Rywek's going to have to double dip into Desert, which may not be a big of an issue. He does have the Titan's Mitt, and the Moon Pearl is behind, or not the Moon Pearl, the Flute, I don't know why I said that, is behind Landmo, so we know that he can't get to Meyer area without defeating this place first.
Alright. Tairr throwing a bump at the old man. Nice. Nice. Kind of interesting now. Ninjembro is taking is the first one to actually enter Hera here on a hunch, trying to bomb, but that didn't quite work out like he was planning it to. So
Yep.
yeah, they don't have a sword yet, which makes some rooms in some dungeons very interesting. Because you're kind of forced to do strats that you are not really expecting to have to do.
Well, I'm kind of concerned for Ninjembro, though. If Ninjembro doesn't find a hammer or a sword, how is he going to hit Moldorm?
Well, I don't think he's planning on finishing the dungeon if he can help it. He's just trying to find an item here, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see if Hera was a crystal. I don't think it is. It looks
No,
like it's a pendant.
Yep, exactly. That's why the other three probably haven't checked it yet. There's the Moon Pearl! Big play by Ninjembro right here. Big play. That is huge for him. If he finds, I don't know if he has submits yet or not. I think he wasn't in the eastern area yet, but that's a big one.
That's crazy. Yeah, one chest shy of vanilla for the Moon Pearl here.
All he has to do is go back to the hut, Sasha's hut, and then he got Darkwood access.
Yeah, and with that flute in hand, Ninjembro's going to be flying around the seed.
And here we go. So he's definitely ahead of the other three now. Important is, of course, that he's ahead of Jenja, but that was a big one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where Jenja is. Is Jenja heading up to the old man? I think that's where he's going, is the Death Mountain access.
Yeah, I think he fluted to Death Mountain and now gets the old man.
And Ninjembro's gonna be super happy at this Sahasrara like stash right here.
That's one of the biggest huts I've seen, by the way. Like bombos, mitts, and mail. That's pretty good.
Yeah, a progression item, 1/3 of the possible medallions that you'll need, and essentially a safety item. So, alright, Ninjembro's going to give us the information that we need for those Dark World crystals. What do we got? Show us the map. Aw. Oh! Okay. Looking like ice, and Skull Woods are our remaining pendants. And Skull Woods being a green pendant?
Guaranteed item.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed item.
But yeah, just teasing our racers here. No sword in hand and getting that information that Skull Woods is green pendant.
You know, what in this tournament, more often than not, honestly, I've seen Thiefstone holding a sword, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Ninjembro just, like, you know, deciding to dip into at least the first 4 chests to see whether he can grab a sword there real fast.
We're seeing Rywek pick up the silver arrows, so Tairr and Rywek are going to be on even ground here. Ninjembro didn't go into escape, at least just the front side of it, so I mean, it's nothing really big. Silver arrows does help the Ganon fight down, but I mean, execution alone and routing are on the side for Ninjembro right now. Definitely.
Jenja finally getting out of the Dark Cave. That took a little bit long, unfortunately. Tairr making his way through Desert Palace, so he's going to get his first crystal and the flute here. I think Rywek should do a similar play right now. Probably, maybe. Or did he finally remember?
I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Oh, he's going to kick himself. He's going to kick himself. He just bombed all the things in Escape, and now he's going to get the fire rod. No, he's not! Oh no.
Oh no.
He actually forgot. Like, it's, yeah, pretty much forgot. That's really bad. I thought he might have remembered, but yeah, he's going to quote-unquote sequence break onto Death Mountain.
Yeah. So for those of you that are rooting for Rywek, I mean, it is still early on in the seed, but I mean, if a sword is found for Tairr fairly early on here, we know that Tairr needs to go up to Death Mountain anyway. Got to get that Moon Pearl from Hera. But if Tairr finds that sword and Skull Woods has some major items either behind the second half of it, or well, the third half, I guess it would officially be, where you need the fire rod to gain access, or the green pin at least is something that's only just gonna hurt Rywek more. So send him your energy, psychically send him. Check those bonk rocks right next to Sanctuary. Rywek's almost there though. You can hear him at the bats.
Yeah, this is really tough, especially if you're coming from the other entrance. It's hard to get through here, even especially without like an item that can show you where you are, like a boomerang or a hook shot or something like that.
I mean, he's got the boots. You could kind of sit there and tap A little bit. Thankfully, the little dirt you kick up still shows. Jenja finding out that the fire rod does not hurt the little beetles.
But yeah, Jenja making also the Hera play, quote unquote, finally. It's still relatively early for him. Excuse me.
Get the mushroom from the Stump Kid.
Yeah, he also found a bottle, so he will be able to check Sick Kid as well. Ninjembro, that is.
And this could be one of the seeds that Sick Kid actually has something. Tairr checking the pedestal, just an upgrade. So,
ooh, Jenja falling when trying to set up for the jump. Curious to see if he just decides to abandon this dungeon now, because he did find the Moon Pearl already.
I might just abandon it.
Yeah, I would probably too, honestly, at this point, because, well, he doesn't have the mitts yet. That's unfortunate. If I had the mitts, I would probably just go out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's tough because it takes so long for those bombs to actually do anything to these to these guys, and don't throw yet. Yeah, you can stun them, but you still gotta knock them down. Oh, he thought about it. And I think Jenja's out. Jenja's had enough of this dungeon. So ninjembro is checking the Mire Hut. We see Tairr making his way up here. Gonna use the book. Not a lot of people we see do this, but it's gonna use the book to check the tablets here to see what they contain. So 3 bombs from the ether tablet.
While ninjembro does have the lead on checking Dark World locations, he didn't find anything really substantial so far, so this routing advantage that he did with the Hera check might just fall flat at some point, unless he finds something big now.
Yeah, Jenja's caught right back up, got that Titan's Mitt, so flute in hand, we're gonna see that Dark World play from Jenja. So Jenja can really pull a really good gamble here, deciding to go into Thieves Town. Could find that sword, could get a little bit more information, and head on up to Skull Woods. Ninjembro's opponent heading up there, but I mean, no sword in hand?
Oh wow, Tairr is checking the basement in Hera. I understand why, but I would have done this last. Since he's basically, we mentioned this earlier, in Hera, they don't have a weapon, so they are basically just trying to find items. But, with the mirror, I would, if I am missing an item, I would maybe do this last and not first.
I think the reason why he might have done it is based on his bomb count. He only has 3 bombs.
Yeah.
So he's got to knock 2 of the beetles down with pots. Tairr finding out that fire rod. I am loving this. That they're all trying to use the fire rod. Ooh, beautiful play. Yeah, so far we've seen all 3 of our racers use the fire rod on these beetles, and all learning that it is ineffective. There we go, Rywek finally getting the fire rod. So you guys sent him your energy, and he's right back in this.
Yeah. The king was in Skullwoods, I assume. Ninjembro, if I just found it right. Of course it was in Skullwoods. Where else would it be?
Skullwoods got something. Ooh, almost getting grabbed here.
It's funny though, we're still hurting for a sword.
We could. I mean, I don't know if we saw the second item in Skullwood. So, what if this chest right down here? It's got a sword in it, allowing Ninjembro to continue on in here. I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
That'd be amazing. Personally, though, I would like for Blind to have the sword, because now you can use the cane to kill Blind. That'd be nice.
I feel like that's something that we may have experienced firsthand.
Oh, Bicky, that is such an ugly Bicky too. If you were just looking for like an item, yeah, he's checking pedestal probably, and then going back for the Bicky chest.
See Jenya playing the digging game. So yeah, Jenya choosing to do Overworld.
Mm-hmm. So no gambles from Jenny here. Understandable though, like the overworld in the first time you enter Dark World is really strong item-wise. Like there's a lot of locations available for you, and especially if you're looking for a sword, it's really like, I mean, I would do this too. So, and I think most people would.
Yeah, not just that, but like the location at which that they entered the Dark World, they entered it at the Kakariko village entrance. So there is a plethora of chests to kind of go through here.
Yeah, Rywek doing the same play as Tairr did.
Oh no! Ninjembro trying to set up for the bomb jump.
There we go. It's a key. Wow.
So that means the final item is a Mothula. So not only are you going to get the green pennant there, but whatever Mothula is holding on to here in Skullwoods.
Yeah, I think people will go back for Mothula really quickly, because like you said, it's 2 items. So
And Jembro checking the bumper cave. They did get the cape super early. What's here? Just a red rupee. Okay. A little bit of buffering happened, and it left me in suspense. If I remember, King's Tomb really wasn't anything. I think it was like a heart piece.
yeah, a piece of heart.
We're gonna see the graveyard here.
Curious to see if Ninjembro makes his way over to the other side now.
Beautiful bomb strategy from Rywek as well.
Nice, something going in Rywek's favor. I think he can use that.
Yeah, Rywek needs a little bit of luck. But Rywek does have an extra heart on his opponent. Not far behind as far as finding the Moon Pearl either. I think it was just like about a 5-minute difference.
Yep.
Now let's just hope that Rywek decides to go check the chest and not. Okay, good. I've seen some people decide just to go straight to Moldorm, not check this chest and go straight to Moldorm.
Yep.
I mean, we know that Moldorm wouldn't be able to be done, but I don't know. So sometimes when you think you're behind, you try to do crazy things.
Oh, the bow behind the mushroom!
Oh
That
man,
is huge. That is huge. I'm not sure. Like all runners do have the flute, but like I think Ninjembro and Jenja had the mushroom for a while. So, yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think. Where was the mushroom? I feel like they got it in a dungeon. No, Stump Kid. Thank you, chat. So yeah, Stump Kid out of the mirror, leading to the bow.
So yeah, the first thing that both runners, Ninjembro right now will probably clear Eastern and then pod afterwards. If you have the bow for pod, you can check all chests, so that's a guarantee. And if you're looking for items like a sword, for instance, that would probably not be a bad play.
Yeah, but I mean, for in Jenja's favor though, Ninjembro is coming here without the lamp. So if you thought the first dark room in Eastern was hard, try getting through the greenies without the lamp here. It's not hard, but if you miss your initial shots trying to take care of them, it's a nightmare trying to deal with it. So we'll see. Ninjembro could just kind of. Oh, that is right. Ninjembro does have the fire rod.
Alright, Rywek got this cane right now, which is an item he has over Tairr. I'm not sure how frequently Tairr checks Skullwoods, but that could be something that pulls Rywek a little bit back if Tairr decides to not check Skullwoods very early, depending on how Meyer and Turtle Rock play out in this seed. Could also potentially be important for Ice Palace, but...
Yeah, thinking about like the dark rooms in Eastern really quick. It kind of comes up sometimes that you don't really think of like main strategies all the time. So yeah, I completely forgot about that torch that's behind there. But we see Jenja wasn't too far behind picking up that bow.
Yep, keeping up, going into Eastern. So yeah, Ninjembro seemed like really far ahead, and now they are basically in the same place, so Jenja might have caught up a little bit here. I'm sure Ninjembro still has more locations checked at this point though, because he was pretty thorough with what he checked. In the meantime, Tairr is actually going to look at the Bombos tablet.
The B bottle.
Alright, that's fair. Oh. And now also getting his bow. Alright, and Ninjembro in the tough dark room here. Getting hit one or two times too many here. Going in and out. Now there is fairies there that you could potentially utilize if you jump down the pots there.
Got the greenie.
Got the greenie, and just don't die. Don't die. Don't do it.
He
good.
Made it. He made it through.
I would not have had the nerves to go back in with one heart. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it seems that Ninjembro was in the same book as me. Did not know about the torches, but still got through that room, no problem. Well, there was problems, but didn't die. That's the important part. But yeah, Ninjembro without those silvers, not a huge deal, but
It's a bit of time saved for Jenya because he does have the silver, so he will save a little bit of time in
Oh,
this
yeah.
dungeon. But it's not like it's huge, but you know it's there. Every little bit helps.
Talk about Jenja just flying through the seed. Got through that dark room really early, easy.
Mm-hmm.
One more dark room to go.
That's important for Jenya too, because he botched the old man dark room that he got confidence back now with the dark rooms, so...
Jenja also doesn't know. Oh no!
Jenya... I think he got it. Yeah, he got the key.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot more health than Ninjembro when he came through here. Wow. Good job, good show.
Mm-hmm. So Tairr, after getting the bow, decided to do more exploring in the overworld, and we still, 40 minutes into the seed, our 4 runners have not found a sword.
Yeah. Tairr's heading up to Quakefish. Rywek diving into Thieves Town, giving some relief to some of our people in chat.
Finding 10 arrows, nice. Yeah, sword. At least one sword has to show up relatively soon. I agree. I can't imagine that it's going much longer without sword.
Yeah,
Although,
second bottle for Tairr though, that blue goo.
mm-hmm. And that's a really nice bottle to get because you know, okay, this is like the super safety item. So definitely good to have in the inventory. Reassurance.
Yeah. I think we're likely to see a bow or not a bow, but a sword in Thieves Town and a sword probably in Pod are our 2 biggest likelihoods right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that neither Jenya nor Ninjembro did decide to at least like try to check Pod, because like I said, it's 5 items in there, and you can open all chests. And if you full clear the dungeon anyways down the road, you might as well check now and then finish it whenever you get the hammer.
Seen Tairr doing a pyramid check. Just bombs. Man, this is probably one of the longest times that I haven't seen a sword pop up.
Yeah, so Ninjembro is like advancing a little bit further away from Jenya because Jenya has not gotten his cane yet, but he's redeeming that right now.
Now I'm liking this. Tairr's going to give us that that Palace of Darkness information that we're looking for.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Alright, I don't think Ninjembro found anything yet in Thieves Town.
Yeah, it's not looking like it, but at least Rywek and Ninjembro both have the Cane of Samaria, so...
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite strategies to take down this boss. Ooh, a little bit too low. Ooh, nice. A little bit scary here for Rywek. Oh. Oh. Yes!
Oh man.
Right. And just as Rywek finishes, we're gonna see how Ninjembro takes care of this.
Still no sword.
Yeah, just some love from Blind.
Alright, very well done by ninjembro there. Very nicely done.
Oh yeah. I mean, he had to kind of keep it tight. His opponent, Jenya, has actually checked a little bit more locations and actually, well, before now, had 2 hearts on him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2 heart lead in red mail is pretty significant when you're coming up against bosses. So there's a nice little update here. Tairr coming in through here. Still finds the hammer!
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! Welcome to 26, my friends.
Oh man, that's
this
huge.
This is why Pod is such a strong player. Because, like, what if the hammer is in here? Ah, man.
That is insane. I hate... he hate hammer and pod.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost as bad as bow and pod.
Yeah.
So, what is that? Two vanilla items so far that we found? We got the Moon Pearl was in Hera, pendant, didn't need to be completed, and the hammer inside of Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, now the question is, like, since Ninjembro and Jenya have done Eastern, when are they going to try and do, like, a pod check? They are not going to do it very soon. Is my guess.
See Tairr setting it for a bomb jump here. Beautiful.
Nicely done, especially with the sprite.
Using the boomerang to make his way through the dark maze. A lot easier to get through. But having a bit of a hard time here. Doesn't want to use his blue goo immediately.
Coming up to the 15-minute mark. We still don't have a sword. I mean, I love it, but I'm sure the runners don't.
Alright, so now all of our runners have silver arrows.
Nice.
So Rywek's gonna get that mushroom. Mushroom, as we know, leads to the bow, so... I think we'll see that check. Unfortunately, Rywek went into Desert Palace without a fire source, and Lanmo has the flute, so it's gonna take a little bit of extra movement here for Rywek.
Tairr had a little bit of trouble in the dark room there. I think I'm not sure if he actually got the item or not, but he was trying.
Sure either.
He was trying to use bombs as an indicator of where he actually is, and get some of the enemies out of the way. Didn't quite make it though. He's going back, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he needed a mirror out.
Probably checking the right side now first, and then maybe dipping back in.
Yeah, he doesn't want to use that small key unless he absolutely has to.
Bottom raise, again, checking same locations, back to back. And I think, yeah, bottom raise, both runners are really even right now. The difference being Jenya still has to do Thieves Town. Top race Tairr has a bit of an advantage, especially considering he found the hammer, and Rywek had the troubles forgetting about the fire rod, but there's still potential there, since Tairr did not get his cane yet, and I'm not sure how frequently he checks his Skullwoods, so there is still a potential for trolling there for Tairr.
I think it's on his mind. Definitely with the fire rod so early.
Yeah, you gotta be aware in this logic, but some runners really don't like going into Skullwoods. I'm not sure why, but I've seen it here and there that runners will just try to ignore Skullwoods as long as they can.
Yeah, Mothula is not the nicest boss, it's, especially with like the equipment outload that they have. Yeah, we're finally starting to see the effects of the lack of sword right now. A lot of our runners using those dashes have to stop dashes early, maneuver around enemies. You get so used to having just at least a fighter sword and being able to charge through your enemies. Rywek got stopped by the antlion, tried to slash, so yeah. After a while, you know, in the seed, you kind of like subconsciously think that you have it and you just kind of like default to it.
Yeah, two things are actually on my mind right now. One, where's the lamp? Two, Jenja and ninjembro again with the same play. Very interesting.
I'm thinking that the lamp has to be... It could be in Swamp. Lamp could be also in well, I don't think any of our racers can get into Misery Mire because it's the Quake medallion. So I'm thinking it could... Lamp could possibly be Ice Palace as well. They have access to that.
Okay, so Rywek is getting his flute.
And then the only other place that we really haven't seen that contains a lot of items is Dark Death Mountain and East Death Mountain.
Yep.
Because they didn't find the hookshot, and Tairr so far is the only person to find the hammer. Jenja and ninjembro aren't going to be really far behind in finding that hammer, but it's such a troll location for it too, man. Every time I think about the hammer in this seed, I just feel so bad for our racers.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know about you, but that chest is one of the last ones that I go through.
Depending on how the keys are laid out, definitely. If you have the bow, it's a bit more likely, or I would be a bit more likely to check that chest earlier, but yeah, it's definitely not the nicest chest for it to have the hammer in, yeah.
You see Rywek finally getting the flute, so we're possibly going to see a flute activation to a bow acquire. Boom, expertly done by Tairr. No sword, was able to smash with the hammer as often as possible.
A sword!
What?
We did it! A sword! He was not supposed to get that yet, though. Remember, he would need the lamp, so just imagine he doesn't have one.
That is insane.
I'm pretty sure that's not the first sword they are supposed to find, so Master
Almost
Sword
definitely not.
Should be somewhere out there. I am mentioning that Master Sword should be somewhere out there because there have been seeds where people were hurting for swords. Not that I personally have made experience with that, but yeah. That is definitely, if you're so far into a seed, this is something you have to concern yourself with. Will I get Master Sword to actually be able to beat Ganon? That's something you have to have on your mind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, Palace of Darkness is a crystal, so our racers are going to make their way over there. I'm liking that it's going to be advantageous for Tairr here. With the sword in hand, he's going to be able to easily see where he is in this dungeon in the dark rooms. Already handled the first set of it, so really only needs to go straight up to Armos, get that crystal, and dip out. Let's see if Tairr knows about the torches. It's looking like he does. He still has the fire rod out. Yep, he knows. So yeah, easily handled. And yeah, you can clearly see there are three torches, one on the left, one on the right, and one down the center. So remember that. Any racers in chat, they have races coming up, and anybody who's looking to pick this up, that is some hot tech right there. No pun intended.
Really?
Oh, we're seeing fake powder here from Rywek. Now, I'm not familiar with how the execution of this goes. I think he saw it and he's testing something out.
Yeah. I'm not too sure how it works either. I haven't like taken a look at it, to be honest. I should probably, because that is something that can actually be, well, not important, but it could make a difference eventually.
Yeah, I think the trick is you're not supposed to run out of magic. I think you're supposed to get to like the last little bit of it, which is why we often see them use the torch to dwindle their magic down. Okay, so running out of magic is fine. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with it.
I mean, it's a relatively recent thing that was brought to my attention just today for the first time. Like, I haven't even seen that before, so...
A little darkroom action coming from ninjembro and Jenja here, or Jenja, sorry.
It's all good. He loves it when people call him Jenja.
Just trying to do right by our racers and fans of their friends. Fans and friends. I just don't want to butcher people's names.
Looks like Jenny had a little bit of an easier time with the dark rooms. I don't think he was that far quote-unquote ahead in the palace. So he's catching up a little bit. Remember, ninjembro already done Thieves Town. Jenny still has to go there. Now, did anybody, because I didn't, did anybody count items in Thieves Town? Because the big chest, I'm not sure if it could have something or not. That's important because ninjembro did not have the hammer while he did it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had so many different racers in different locations. We were trying to figure it out. But I mean, at least we know that Tairr's gonna check that, so we'll at least know that for sure. Ooh, almost got the God Pixel. Yes, I love that. Using the fire rod in the second total room doesn't give the advantage that 18 through I think 22 did, where if you exit that room and the torch goes out, it would give you kind of like a fake cone for like the torch. That was fixed around 22.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know. I do miss that free torch cone. No fear from Jenja here. Aggressively going for Helmasaur.
Yeah, and And yeah, Jenja and ninjembro are going to be relieved when they get the sword here. An hour into the run.
Oh yeah, and it's great too. You know, I'm willing to bet that both these racers know that this is the sequence break without the torch. So them getting like the sword information here is gonna let them know, all right, so the sword or the torch is somewhere around.
Well, I mean, first of all, they know that the lamp must be somewhere right now that they can access, but like
It's definitely not sword locked, so it's not going to be in the woods.
Yeah, exactly. But it could still be something like the hammer was not in the. Does that location count in the logic as bow locked? I don't know. Either way, it was not in the dark room, so everything that is accessible by the hammer could have the lamp, and the logic could expect you to go back into pod for the sword. So that could be a thing, which would not be very, very nice, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's see where ninjembro goes now. Oh, did ninjembro actually not successfully get the old man? I think we did see. I know we saw somebody try, but they were having a really tough time.
Why is Tairr doing hammer blind? Because he can.
So, looking at his items, I don't think that there was anything really important behind that chest. So that's good news for our racers. Unfortunately, if you weren't counting items, and I'm really about these racers were, but still, like, not having hammer in that dungeon, it's always something in the back of my mind. Even if I'm 100% sure I count everything. Oh my goodness!
There it is, the hook shot. Nice.
So hammer's really opening up a lot of locations here.
Mm-hmm. So the hook shot definitely huge for Tairr. Can check Hookshot Cave first and foremost, which is like 3 additional chests, which is really nice, and you will probably check Turtle Rock, what medallion he needs for that, because we only have 1 so far.
We see Jenja finally making his way into Thieves Town. Sword in hand, going to be a lot easier to handle, even though ninjembro did handle blind really, really well with the
ninjembro had
cane.
Really good fight there, yeah. I'm curious to see, now that they have a sword, how long will it take them to actually finish Skullwoods? Because I know it would be on my mind for sure. I'm sure it's on their mind too, but it's a pendant dungeon after all, even though it gives you 2 items for 1 boss basically. I mean, Tairr has no reason to go back, honestly, because he found the hookshot and he's finding Quake, so he knows that he can enter Mire now, if I remember correctly, yeah. And he'll be shooting straight for that probably. If not.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, he doesn't have the cane. I was about to say, oh man, I forgot. Yeah, Tairr never went to Skullwoods. So, that could hurt him a little bit.
I'm trying to make a guess based on our racers. Who's the first person that's gonna want, or who's gonna be making that that Skullwoods play? I'm thinking it might be Jenja.
Because he's in Thieves Town right now?
Yeah.
I agree. Provided he doesn't get the hookshot, but if he gets the hookshot, he might also just flute to Death Mountain.
And we know that Mothula has something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Quake is for both Turtle Rock and Misery Mire.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we know Tairr's just opening this. He has no way to continue in here.
I mean, unless you hover over that gap, yeah.
That's an intense hover to make. But on the second race, on the bottom, ninjembro.
That could be
Having Quake
interesting.
here, yeah, we could see that early Turtle Rock.
I don't really like doing that if I have other options available dungeon-wise, because you don't want to go in and then not be able to fight Trinix because you are missing the Ice Rod. You can always gamble on that, but I don't feel like that's a good gamble.
Yeah, it looks like ninjembro saw the medallion and came over here to the hookshot cave, but yeah, without that hookshot in hand.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Oh, doesn't go for it. Don't blame him. Don't blame him at all.
No, I wouldn't either. Okay, Hookshot Cave didn't have anything, so ninjembro, even though it's probably still in the back of his head, there's no hurting in not checking the chest. Rywek in the... Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. You're gonna go ahead and just talk about exactly what I was going to go with.
Rywek, in the meantime, in the Palace of Darkness, in the Dark Rooms, Black King is still a little bit behind, but not too far. And especially considering the Kane situation of Tairr in that race, if he gets to the point where he does find everything he needs to enter Mire and all, that could turn it back around for him. Because I'm not sure. Tairr has a lot of items right now, so he might decide to go into different dungeons than Skullwoods at this point.
Yeah, ninjembro with the shovel, though. Found the shovel behind where the can of Burna normally is in the Spike Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Rywek. That's a tough death.
Damn. Especially after already using a fairy. Alright, so... yeah, Jenja is going to get his hookshot in the bottom right here. Which we haven't seen a big advantage that comes from the hookshot just yet. Hookshot Cave, again, was just mostly heart pieces. But it's definitely good to have it for now. But ninjembro, I think, is not far behind Jenja's thought process here. Yeah, he's going to get his as well. Like, I want to point out an advantage in a race, and then the racers are like, nah, no advantages here. Close race, sorry.
So sorry to disappoint you, chat. Although it does feel good when chat wants a pedestal, and it's not a pedestal scene, you just kind of go, So yeah, it's looking like... ooh, I like this. Is Jenja heading to Swamp?
He might just do that.
I mean, hookshot, flippers, hammer, and the mirror?
Wow, that's a bold play, but, since he just got the hookshot, he is thinking the next item that I need might be behind the hookshot, and he's taking the gamble of it being in Swamp.
This could be huge for Jenja. Ice Rod?
Ice Rod is a big one, yeah.
Yeah, Ice Rod would be huge for Jenja here. Because then that would mean after getting Ice Rod, heading up towards Dark Death Mountain, getting that Quake, and saying, hey, I'm here. I got everything that I need for Turtle Rock. Trinex is going down.
Yep. I'm a bit surprised. It's Ninja. No, they are doing the same thing again.
You're so excited.
I am incredibly surprised about that because, at least on ninjembro's side, he knows he has access to Misery Mire.
And not just that, but you know, they're also putting off the, like you said before, that Skull Woods play. I mean, one last item, green pendant. I mean, Skullwoods is looking really attractive right now.
And Swamp already delivering though for Jenya here. Master Sword. Here we go.
So that might be where First Sword was. Hammer was in pod, so you had to go into pod, get the hammer. Kind of maybe expected you to dip out, go get the hook shot, and then head to Swamp. Possible.
Yeah. Looks like it. And Tairr is doing the same! Are you kidding me?
Alright, Rywek, please give us something different.
I mean, it makes sense for Jenya and Tairr. Jenya doesn't have the Quake Medallion. Tairr doesn't have the cane, so it makes sense there. But in the Jembro's shoes, I would have definitely done Mire before I went into Pendant Swamp.
But you gotta think, Swamp is one of the two crystals that are 5 or 6. Thieves Town being the other one. So, I mean, that's probably what they're thinking of. You know, if I can complete this dungeon,
right?
complete this dungeon gives me access to another two chests to check.
No, it makes sense now. I thought this was pendant and ice was crystal, but it's the other way around.
Oh, I get ya.
That's my bad. Apologies.
Nah, don't even worry about it. But
now it all makes sense again. All of a sudden, the world makes sense again to me. All right,
so
carry
happy.
on, guys. Carry on. You're all doing the right thing. Never mind this old fool.
You're completely fine, my friend. But I just wanted to point out how happy Rywek was to get that sword. You see him?
Yeah.
Got that sword. A couple of just fresh. I just gotta break this sword out, man. My sword arm has just had not much use for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, an hour and 10 without sword, I would be, devastated. I don't know.
This is the kind of seed that I like. Like, not super troll, but just sword trolly. Forcing additional location, because I'm a huge fan of swordless.
Yeah, I like playing swordless too, for a while. If it, like, goes close to the 1 hour mark, I'm starting to, well, not really like it that much anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, Jenya did check the left side here.
Looking like ninjembro's gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
So this is the advantage that Jenya needs. If something of importance is here, it comes down to the next play in line.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, still no big key. Yeah, and it seems that Rywek also didn't know about the dark room thing, so Tairr was really the only person that knew about the chests, or that not just that knew, but remembered about the torches that you could light in Eastern.
Jenya's not going back for the big key? No, he is. Oh yeah, he did the...
Oh, reset the room so that way he doesn't have to do the hold left.
Yeah.
Ooh, still had to though.
Huh. Intriguing.
I'm actually like a little bit confused about how that one still operates like that. Because if you leave the room, it should reset it so that way you don't actually get sucked down and moonwalk back down.
Well, just went back for the map anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think no Swamp didn't really pay out too much here. I mean, the sword is nice, definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we saw the compass. I don't think we did.
Yeah.
So Argus has compass. Gets both Jenya and Ninjembro the pair Crystal 5/6. So double chested fairy could have something. Could be lamp. Could be ice rod. Could be nothing.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, unless I'm making another mistake here, which I don't think I am, we only need the ice rod, really. But that's all.
Tairr just needs ice rod and Samaria.
Mm-hmm.
Rywek needs the Quake, but is going to be finding that one shortly here. And then is just Quake and Fire Rod away. Jenya, Quake Fire, or not Fire Rod, Ice Rod away. And it looks like, yeah, Ninjembro just needs that Ice Rod.
That's the one item you don't really want to be missing, but yeah.
So for Jenya's sake, needs to take a gamble, find Ice Rod before Ninjembro has a chance to make the correct gamble and get that ahead of Jenya.
Yeah. I think the Ninjembro's right from here is relatively straightforward, honestly. At least, like, I would think he would do Meyer now. Then again... Well, of course, checking Fat Fairy, or Thick Fairy. First, just like you mentioned. If it's there, that'd be amazing for him. I don't think at this point the runners are really... Like, they have shown their willingness to do dark rooms, even though they didn't have the biggest success with it, so... I'm thinking they don't really, like, at this point, need the lamp anymore.
Yeah. Meyer's not too hard. It's just really the first room getting that that switch held down with Samaria is the real big trick to it.
Mm-hmm. And while Ninjembro and Jenya copy each other again, Tairr finishing up Swamp, Rywek found the Quake Medallion, and this could be interesting actually, because Rywek, he died once or twice. If he goes up and sees Turtle Rock, he might actually decide to gamble on this. Because he knows he's probably behind, he might decide to just do that.
Yeah, I think in like out of all the dark rooms, Aghanim's Tower is the hardest. Just because there's so many places to fall down on.
Oh yeah.
I'd say that Pod would be second hardest as far as the Dark Maze goes. It just takes a little bit of memorization, but it's so easy to get lost. After that would be Eastern, and then I'd say Meyer, and then just the Death Mountain Ascent being the easiest.
Yep. I would sign that off.
Turtle Rock Dark Room in there somewhere.
Yeah, that one is kind of... It's really easy, but if you somehow manage to get off rail, it can become one of the hardest very fast.
Yeah, the first one, trying to get to the switch, there's two left turns that you can make accidentally. Alright, so here is the Meyer play by Ninjembro. Yeah. Jenya maybe going to be making this Turtle Rock play here. So what we want to see on Jenya's screen is if he makes that Turtle Rock play, Ice Rod in Turtle Rock.
Yep. That'd be a good way for him to change the race around here. Turn it around. I'm not sure, though, how Jenya feels about this race, whether he feels the need to gamble or not. It's kind of tricky,
Well, it's coming right here, so
yeah.
let's see. Let's think about this race. Outside of the sword, a lot of items were pretty front-loaded into the seed. Not quite your jet seed, but a lot of things kind of close in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that if you're up here and you find this this medallion here for the dungeon, you check what the dungeon has, like, to get into it. I'd say I'd go for it.
Yeah, I guess at the point where Jenja is at right now, he just has to do Meyer after this, pretty much. Yeah, I think it makes more sense than earlier when Tairr was there, for sure. Well,
Yeah,
aside from the fact that Tairr didn't have the cane, but still.
Oh no. Yeah. I was just about to say, it looks like Ninjembro found the ice rod in Meyer.
Oh well. That is go mode for Ninjembro. Not surprising, at the end of the day, he did have a bit of a better early game routing for the seed, so yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he gets go mode first here.
All right, so here's another question for you. Tairr in Skullwoods, gonna find Candace Amaria. Does he continue on with this, or do you think he dips out, noticing that he can finally go do Meyer?
Well, that is a tough one, because it's Green Pendant Skullwoods, and you only need one item. Wow, this is rough. This is rough. Like, I would be sitting there. I would probably just finish it because I couldn't decide, honestly. But yeah, that's a really rough call, especially with the dungeons he has left. They don't just, are quick breeze throughs like the early dungeons. So yeah, looks like he's going to try and finish it out.
Jimbo getting through this place fairly easily.
Okay, Jenja didn't decide to do the gamble, but he is very far behind now.
Yeah, we're looking at Rywek's screen here, making his way through Pendant Ice Palace.
Oh man. I think this is not a bad play, especially not in Rywek's case, because he knows he's behind, so he was just like, alright, let's go in here, let's try to find something here. I think that's not necessarily a bad play in his case, but we know that it probably won't really pay off for him. Unless, I don't know, he finds two swords, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, it looks like Tairr checked all the easy access chests in Skullwoods and goes, you know what? I'm not going to do Master Sword, Mothula. I'm not going to worry about trying to hit it with an arrow. I'm just going to go straight to Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good for Tairr. He's going to get himself an ice rod, but Rywek, unfortunately, needs to get that hook shot that's behind the hammer pegs, and is a little bit behind on these dungeons here.
Oh, what is Jen? Oh no. Did Jenja not open the chests? Oh man.
I feel like Jenja did. Maybe
Jenja did fall down, I remember that, but he probably didn't go back.
Oh, he didn't open that top chest.
Oh no.
That's right. Jenja picked up the moon pearl and then had a hard time because fell down, didn't want to.
That hurts. That hurts. Especially
Yeah.
opening that chest and seeing there's nothing. That hurts. Yeah, I don't want to, like, say it, but I think that's the nail in the coffin, honestly. I think Ninjembro's got this at this point. Barring any disasters, absolute disasters on Ninjembro's end, that should be his race to lose.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it just kind of came down to the right gamble. Jenya chose to go up to Dark Death Mountain, whereas Ninjembro finally had everything that he wanted for Meyer, but kind of put it off a little bit too long, as you were saying, and that's what led that. And this is unfortunate also for Jenya, because came here a little bit too late, got the shovel, so that's going to lead him to go check that location. Unfortunately, the trail of breadcrumbs for Jenya just misleading.
Yeah.
But I mean, like these were both previous round winners, so right now they're 1-0. You don't have to worry too much. Though I think it's, what is it, 3 races? 1 at least gets you into a big final group race. Is I think the way that goes. I'm not too sure, but I know that 4 races at least gets you to move on.
Yeah, and with 3 you have like a tiebreaker thing that awaits you. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not too sure. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say is they have at least they have 6 races to do in total. So.
It's a group race, yeah, that's what I was going to ask, whether it's like, you know, single races or group race, but yeah, it's a group race for the tiebreaker. Alright, Tairr is currently in the dark room, and this room is... If you miss the switch one time, it's really tough to come back from it in the dark room. But he somehow managed. He somehow managed with a little bit of trouble there, but he did.
There we go. Looks like he finally got through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's Rywek. In Meyer.
Yeah, he's doing Meyer before Swamp, which is
that's actually pretty huge. That'll give Rywek a little bit of time to increase on Tairr, because we know that left side play, that left side clear takes a good chunk of time.
Yep. That being said, Rywek did not find the hookshot yet.
Yeah, that's probably what led Rywek to go to Misery Mire as opposed to Swamp.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a good point. It looks like there was 1 sword in Ice Palace.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It had to be. That's good for him, actually. Probably not worth the time put to that he puts into Ice Palace, but it's still a nice thing.
Depending on where that Tempered Sword is for Tairr.
Yeah. Ninjembro making nice use in Turtle Rock here of the Fire Rod, killing off the Pokies that way, because with only Master Sword you need a long time to kill those with the sword.
Ooh, this is interesting. So Rywek choosing to go the more traditional route from Misery Mire, instead of hitting the crystal switch and then dipping back to go check a couple of those chests, is going to go check this where the big key is in vanilla. So giving Tairr a little bit more time. Unfortunately, Tairr is heading towards his last crystal dungeon.
Sorry.
So, what?
I just, Jenya just tried to catch a fairy but didn't have any space.
Aww.
I'm sorry.
Can you,
That's funny.
Can you leave the guy alone? He's on. He's
It's funny
enough already.
because Jenya loves the net. That's why it's funny.
Aw.
It's like his main thing. But yeah. Alright, we see two dark rooms simultaneously here. Well, Tairr is making his way to Turtle Rock, also in go mode, of course.
I mean, the good news for Jenya is that he's got the level 2 shield, so the fireballs, as long as he's facing down, will take those hits. So he has good time to set up the block and get it on the right location.
Okay.
Final key for ninjembro.
Yep, I was about to say that. Curious. If I had the Master Sword here and I checked 2 chests already, I might try to get a sword out of the other 2.
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely do the same thing.
But, not ninjembro, he knows better.
I mean, Master Sword Trinex isn't too bad.
Yeah,
they have
okay.
half magic, so...
Yeah, exactly. With half magic, you are feeling pretty good about this fight, even with the Master Sword.
Yeah, let's see how quickly he takes down this Firehead, and whether or not he's gonna be playing on ice.
Very nice with the hammer here. I think that hit missed, unfortunately. Yeah, it did.
Nope. Yeah, he missed one. But yeah, he's switching over to the ice head because he doesn't want to deal with the movement impairment.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the ice head.
Yeah, he also still has a fairy, so like, I mean... At this point, it's really hard for him to, throw this fight away.
Ooh, only one miss on Vitreous for Jenny here. Switching over to the mirror.
Yeah. So Jenya probably about 7-ish, well, maybe 6-7 minutes behind.
Yeah. I mean, he's in go mode, so...
Yeah. That's the one,
Ninjembro would need a really late big key grab and some misfortune.
Yeah, I mean, it would take something like Jenya immediately going to the Tairr room and the big key being there, and then Ninjembro searching for it, for Jenya to catch up at this point. But I don't think Jenya feels like he's far behind at this point. And Ninjembro just, we gotta say this, like, he played extremely well this seed. His routing choices, especially in the early game, were pretty on spot.
Yeah, and all of these are winners of last round, so go ahead and exclamation R in chat. Follow these runners. They're putting on an amazing show. And big shout out to our dual trackers once again, keeping track of what they found in this seed, this crazy seed.
Alright, we already saw the guesses in chats, but there's 22 chests in Ganon's tower. One of them has the big key. Yeah, we like I said, we saw the numbers in chats. Personally, for a closer race, I'm hoping it's a bit later, and that Jenya somehow finds the chest a bit faster so that we can get a bit closer. But yeah. It would still take 3 or 4 other miracles for him to catch up completely.
Yeah, this is one of those crazy things about the randomizer. You could have, a lot of experience with like the speedrun of this game, and you can have all the strategies and tactics and routes in mind, but it's really choosing the one route out of like hundreds of different variations and on-the-fly choices that make Randomizer like an even playing ground.
Yeah.
Ooh, ninjembro's seeing that red goo, so we're not going to see Bob. Kind of disappointed at ninjembro's rupee count. I mean, he's got the 1, 2, 3, and then a 5.
Okay. So far, did not see a big key yet.
Or a sword upgrade, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, we know that one other one is in ice. So there's that. So there's one more lying around somewhere. That somewhere
Yo.
could...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. That somewhere could, for instance, be Skullwoods. Maybe. But, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a joke. I was like, yo, thank you so much for the follow, Pub Gaming, or PUBG King.
Oh, the alert, yeah.
The alert.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a Gatorade. Throwbacks.
Oh, man. Ooh, there's Tairr. For ninjembro. Well, Tairr is finishing up to a rock here. Hammering Chernix.
Yeah, this is a pretty deep big key in G Tower right now.
Yeah.
There it is. Ooh.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would have opened those for sure. Like, especially from Master to Temper, it's such a huge difference, especially on Ganon, that it's worth it to open the chest, guaranteed. That being said, we know there's only one more sword upgrade out there, so the likelihood of it being actually here is, I mean, it's reasonably high, but not like incredible.
Yeah, I mean, ninjembro does have a fair amount of safeties. Still in the bottles. Got the red goo, got the fairy. I don't think that he has a full magic upgrade, so there's a lot going into a Master Sword Ganon. There's an awful lot of spins as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the remaining chests later on in this tower have a sword upgrade for him, or if the Master Sword strat for ninjembro is really, really well done. Chat thanking for follows for ninjembro.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
Oh, absolutely. Although I don't think that he'll appreciate the jokes that he's going to get for the next week. Ooh.
Alright, so Tairr as well in Ganon's tower. Well, ninjembro's already passed the gauntlet. He's making quick work of everything here. He's been playing really well.
Let's say Jenja's making some safeties here.
Yeah, on 2 hearts. And I think he wants to get the chest from the bottom side first. Oh, he wants to get the 2 extra chests. He already got the key. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's okay. He might have done that anyways. Probably to refill his hearts.
Nope, it's got a fairy.
Oh. I should have known. It's Jenja. Okay, the chest had nothing.
That's unfortunate. That is the advantage that we kind of wanted for Jenja, because if Ninjembro has to hold on to his magic for the Ganon fight and uses too much of it, it does have the silver arrows though, but you could get a little bit too. I'm at loss for the word. You could use it up a little bit too much on like the first or second wave trying to get through, and accidentally run yourself into a situation where you are on really low magic for the final phase.
Yeah, and if you then miss Torch Glitch, and let's say you miss a spin to freeze Ganon, you can get the dice, even with half magic, it can get dicey if you're too, if you're not very careful, so... It should be fine though. He falls to Moldorm too.
Yeah, you do need to get that spin on Ganon. You can't just slash him with the Master Sword. I gotta just throw that out there. You cannot slash Ganon with the Master Sword. The sword that is used to defeat all evil is not quite at the level without a little extra flair for Ganon. Oh!
Ninjembro.
No! Oh, Jenja having another fairy.
Jenny is always decked on fairies. All good.
That's good to know. I was getting worried there for a second.
Yeah, I don't think Jenny practiced the hammer kill on the heads with when he just has the Master Sword. Alright, so Ninjembro heading into Aga 2. While Jenja is still finishing off Tronics. Tairr is about to enter the gauntlet here in Ganon's Tower, and Rywek is going through the Dark Room in Turtle Rock.
The names of some of these follows.
Looks like pretty decent Aga 2 pattern here. Missed one ball there. Unfortunately, well, a couple blue balls in there, but yeah. He's all good to go.
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna. The follow alerts. He's definitely not gonna live this one down for a while, especially with some of those names. All right, so Ninjembro heading into Ganon. Tairr going through the gauntlet. His opponent Rywek is making his way through Dark Turtle Rock, and Jenja is now on his way to G Tower.
Yep, it takes a miracle for Jenja to catch up here. We're not talking one fall or two falls. We're talking like maybe 3 or more.
Yeah, needs a death and a fall on Ganon here. Alright, so Ganon's lining up on a wall so we can get 2 spins in here. The price of 1.
Yep. And then Ninjembro a bit liberal here with the cape usage, and then getting in Ganon's way here. It's already a bit of magic gone here for him.
Yeah, I don't think we saw Ninjembro head over to Quakefish to get the blue mail.
Using more cape here.
This is the worst spot for Ganon on a Master Sword. Spin that bottom right is you can't really get in. That's just a complete waste of time for you. You have to use that cape.
He must have some sort of magic though.
Oh, he does have a blue. Oh,
but he dies. Oh. Okay, he has a fairy. He has a fairy.
Okay, yeah. So that's his only fairy, but still. Oh, that's really weird. That's actually pixel perfect. He got the potion off, but it still killed him because his magic was refilling as he died. You saw that?
I actually didn't catch that, no. But
that's really weird.
That's crazy. Alright, but he's past the worst part of the Master Sword fight now. Just gotta make sure to charge your sword up in time, and then...
Sorry, yeah, frame perfect, not pixel perfect. I apologize.
Alright. Just gotta make sure to hit those arrows now. Looks good to me. He did hit Torch Glitch, so that should seal the deal. Would have been a bit worried if he missed. Oh, he falls! Oh!
Oh man.
Okay, that's now interesting because he did use a lot of magic. I'm not sure. Does he have another potion? Probably not. I didn't see anybody buy
I don't think
potions.
so. I think all he has is the red potion.
Oh man. Yeah,
he has
he's
the
going
mirror.
for a potion. Oh yeah.
And he misses it. Oh no! And this is great for Jenya.
All of a sudden, this race got interesting again, my friends. Hustle, Jenya, hustle, my friends. In the meantime, Tairr is making his way to Aga 2, while Rywek finishes off Turnix. The unfortunate side note on that one is he still has to do Swamp, so...
Yeah. As a fan of ninjembro, you gotta feel for the guy. I mean, he put on a really good show. He got hit, unfortunately, during a frame perfect health and magic reload, and fell to Ganon. I don't wish any ill will on any racers, especially when you're so close to the end. But that's just truly unfortunate. Now he's fully stacked. He's got the magic. He's got additional safeties. So
you gotta hand it to him though. He has nerves to steal. I don't know if I would have had the nerves to mirror and then go for a potion.
I wouldn't. I probably would have been in that situation where it's like, I'm here, I have a little bit of magic, I just gotta put this run together.
Yeah. So it's a really good choice from him though. So yeah, I mean, this secures that he will probably still. So this Jenya still has a lot to go, so he will probably still come out way ahead here. Barring any disasters, of course.
Oh man, Rywek's still missing the hook shot and decides to go into Skull Woods. Now we saw Rywek go into Skull Woods before. That's how he has the King of Samaria, but could not get through the rest of this dungeon as he was not only missing a sword, but the bonk rocks were eluded Rywek here. Looks like Tairr's getting better locations for Ganon.
Well, he also has the default cape, Kappa. Yeah, he's getting really good locations right now. That one in the top right there is ideal for especially for the fire phase or fire bat phase.
Tairr did have to use his blue potion in Palace of Darkness.
Wait, hold on. He used his potion?
Yeah, he used his blue potion in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, he just now realized. Oh, Tairr, come on, dude!
Yeah, then there he goes, down. I don't think he realized that he did that. Yeah. That's insane.
He must have forgot. The heat of the moment.
Yeah, so we're about to see another mirror out to go buy some potions.
Yep. Oh, ninjembro actually missing Torch Glitch this time.
Can you blame the guy? He's in a race. He's trying to do his best and took a huge fall to Ganon.
Yeah.
There's
and
GG.
There he goes.
So we have an official SRL race time for ninjembro at a time of 1:49.03.
GG. Brought it home.
So Tairr going in for round 2 here. But yeah, I mean, you gotta look at this race though. This race came down to one gamble between ninjembro and Jenja, Jenya. Damn it. sorry everybody. I'll put some money in the swear jar. But yeah, this came down to just one routing decision. And unfortunately, ninjembro went to Meyer.
Yeah, the Meyer, earlier Meyer was definitely what sealed the deal. I would also argue that ninjembro's decision to go to Hera very early was a big one. Those two are the big ones.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, and I see him already in the waiting room, so I guess we can bring him in for an interview here.
So if you had to go into Hera for that moon pearl, I'm trying to think of where like a sword could have been to allow you to have access to that without having to go through with bombs.
Good question, but first of all, ninjembro, congratulations on your win. How do you feel, especially after that finish? Maybe he can't hear us.
Yeah, sounds like there's some kind of I did hear a microphone, like a little bit of thing off, so he might be trying to fix that right now. In the meantime, Tairr finishing on the SRL over here with a time of 1:51.50.
GG.
So there you have it. The winners of their individual races: Tairr versus Rywek. Tairr comes out victorious, and ninjembro versus Jenya.
Oh, hey, sorry guys, I had Discord muted.
Hey, there you are.
There you are.
All right, so yeah, Omegas gave you the GGs, and yeah, we're very happy to see your follow alerts. It looks like a lot of people showing you love tonight.
Yeah, I muted everything, but I apparently completely forgot to turn off the GIF, which without context makes no sense because a buddy of mine made a some sound to go with the alerts. That I have for followers and subscribers and things like that. So, you know, pro GIF. So sorry about that to everybody involved. I'll hopefully remember to turn those off next time.
All good, all good, all good. First of all, congratulations to your victory.
Thanks. Thanks. That was one heck of a seed.
Yeah, definitely.
Throughout the race, part of me was wondering, like, because obviously I did some sequence breaking. I was like, what did it want me to do? Like, I wasn't sure, like, what the seed wanted you to do.
Yeah, how about that sword location? That first sword location for you guys.
Did we both get the first sword in the same location?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, so he also sequence broke pod?
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody did. It looks like Mothula had the lamp.
Oh wow, Mothula had it.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the lamp was going to be, and once I got that ice rod, I was just like, well, there's no turning back now.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of sequence breaking in this.
Yeah, that was a very interesting seed.
All right, and we have your opponent Jenya in here. How you doing?
What's up, man? GG.
Hey, GG, Jenya. We were just saying before you got here, like, that seed was something else.
I swear to God, as soon as I saw the boots like so early, I knew the seed was gonna be special. So it's always like that. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure chat was just, what are those? I guess the stats are showing up here in a minute on my stream. Did you or anybody else find any of the other swords?
No.
No.
Wow,
idea.
I wonder where they were. I got really scared when. So I actually ended up falling to Ganon when I had like one shot left on him, and like I ended up flying and buying more potions just to be safe. It was scary.
Yeah, but that you like kept your cool and actually did that. That's you could have just panicked and tried it again with the magic you had. So that's definitely very, very commendable that you actually did that.
There was no way I was going to do that, even with half magic. And I know I had the red potion, but like it just wasn't worth it to me. Like it allowed me to be a little bit more aggressive too. I'm sure if I went in without going and buying potions, I would have been really, really conservative in the fight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
especially in ninjembros and Jenja's race, you guys were kind of doing the same things almost all the time. There were just two minor differences. One, ninjembro checked Hera earlier and got the move her way early. So he had a lot of Dark World locations checked very quickly, and earlier Meyer, which basically sealed the deal because of Go mode. That's pretty much.
Yeah, I figured that I probably should have gone Meyer earlier, but I don't know. I mean, I couldn't because I didn't have Quake at that time, but I still wasted time doing a lot of stuff with Dog. Well, like going back into Hera, that was probably a mistake. But
But
I mean,
yeah,
today I also learned that dark rooms without a sword are difficult.
yeah, but don't worry. Everybody had his struggle at some point with the dark room. I do remember, especially Rywek, who was still going, had a couple of struggles with dark rooms. I definitely saw more than 2 people struggle in pod, and yeah, only Tairr remembered that in Eastern you can use the fire rod to lighten up the room. Not that you guys had any trouble there, but yeah.
Which room?
The first Green Eagle room, where you get a key in order to advance to the end of the dungeon.
Oh my god, that's where I had to go in and out of that room like 3 times.
Yeah. You actually, I remember that now. That was, I was sweating because you didn't go for the fairies in the right. I was like, oh my god, he's going to die. But you went back in with 1 heart and just like you nailed it. I was like, whew, that was a close one. Yeah, that was a pretty good play there.
Did anyone find the lamp actually?
Rywek did. It was on Matthew though.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, speaking of which, we have the victor between Tairr and Rywek race here. How you feeling, Tairr?
Good.
A lot better in this seed than the other one last week, right?
What did you say? Didn't understand.
Oh, I was just asking if you feel better about this one, this race, this seed this week versus last week.
Yeah, this seed was funnier.
But yeah, we remember that you used your blue potion in pod, and we saw you deplete your magic bar on Ganon. And we both came to that same realization of like, oh wait, does he know? I don't think he knows.
Yeah, I realized right after in the 3rd phase.
But yeah, luckily you did get, Ganon was really nice to you both times that you came in there. He gave you really nice locations to warp to, so you didn't have too much trouble with him. As far as the progression with this seed, you know, all 4 of you guys got your first sword at Helmasaur by sequence breaking. Only Rywek is the first person to get tempered. I decided to go inside of Ice Palace and get a sword there.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Kind of curious where the next sword could be. Maybe behind like Ice Armos, or in a few of the chests that are on the Ganon Tower ascent. But yeah, I mean, this seed definitely wasn't easy. it definitely pushed a lot of your guys' skills and understanding with like where you can use the fire rod to light rooms, a lot of sequence breaking, and oh no, Rywek leaving the pegs up in Swamp Palace here, still without his hook shot.
Yeah, I'm glad that all three of you got the hook shot, by the way, because that's the pegs are something that you forget once in a while. So that was definitely a relief.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where another sword could possibly be, because I'm thinking about like the Moon Pearl location, and a lot of you guys had also tried the fire rod on the little beetles to no advantage, opting to have to use bombs to push them down the hole so that we can progress down there. I'm trying to think if there was an easier way, maybe a sword or something like that in the seed that would have made that so much nicer, or the hammer as well. But yeah, it seems like you had to go through that nonsense for Hera in order to pick up your Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I actually never been in that situation before, that you basically have to use the bombs in order to push them down, but like, I don't know. It was really awkward because like the fire rod is a weapon, but then again it's not, because you can only use it on like certain enemies. And it's really weird, really.
Yeah, it's super mean too, because there's 3 enemies and 2 pots.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, if you choose to watch this race again, Jenya, I do apologize for saying your name incorrectly numerous times after after learning it, after being corrected by one of your fellow teammates.
No worries, dude. No worries. It's all good. I found the net, so that's a good seed for me.
Yeah, I was.
The net.
Yeah, I was told that is that your absolute favorite item?
Of course it is, because I'm a scrub. I need stuff like that. I need it also in this seed. Like I think I needed like 2 or 3 fairies. Because
I didn't notice. Where did because I pulled up the stream just Rywek was doing. Where was the level 3 sword found?
One of them was an Ice Palace.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like we're starting to get kicked out here. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're not going to be able to see Rywek finish. So if you guys want to support Rywek, type !R in chat. His stream will be up there. You can hang out with him as he finishes up the seed. We're going to be getting ready to hand this over to Epiblitikos. I am so sorry if I butchered that. And Baisley for the Lugaroo, Super Nintendo, and I don't know if there's any other races going on.
Hello. You got Epi's right. Not mine though.
How was your said?
Basley.
I got the harder one correct, and the one that seemed to be easier. I can't win today.
That's alright, GG ninnies.
People pronounce it a myriad of ways. It's totally fine.
Yeah, gotcha. So, really quick, do any of our racers have anything to close about the seed?
I think I'm good. I just hopefully somebody will remind me next time that even though I mute everything, does not mean that my Twitch alerts don't pop up on my But either way, I'm thankful for all the love, and that was a fun seed. I'm looking forward to next week. And GG.
GG. GG, guys.
Nothing to add.
All right. Well, then I want to give a huge thanks to let me commentate on this race, Omegas.
Yeah, same here. Thank you for commentating with me. Thank you for letting us commentate. It was a pleasure as always. And I think we are going to watch Rywek finish. I think Fiesel said that somewhere. So there is that. He did find his hook shot, so all he has to do is clear out Swamp, and then go to Ganon's tower. But yeah, thank you for having us. hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm
Absolutely.
excited to
That's
watch the
great.
next race, to be honest.
Definitely stick around. Got these two on the bottom are gonna end up filling in the whole space, and of course that won't happen until we get Rywek finishing up on what was apparently a, as one runner put it, special seed.
Oh no! Did we miss a rough one?
Yeah, he called it at early boots. He was like, "Oh, this can't be that easy."
Oh yeah.
All right, and it looks like our bottom race is going to be beginning shortly. So
Awesome.
I'm Epibliticus,
And I'm Lonnie Basley.
and we're glad you're here, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
we've
very
shifted up
excited.
top.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm very excited for this match. We've got Lugaroo and Superin and Taylor. Another
Both
main
taking-
tournament match.
Yeah, main tournament match. Both of these guys took a tough loss in the first round of the Swiss, but you know, one of them's gonna have a comeback tonight, and the other one's gonna
Yeah.
end up going down another one.
Yeah, they are definitely both eager to get this win in.
And we've got Lug not Log, and Rog Massimir. All right, a little bit of love to
Okay.
start the race off with this
Decent hurt.
initial high five. We get a map check with crystals on Hera and EP, but I did not see Desert.
Oh, I missed that as well.
And meanwhile, Taylor gaining a slight lead for that, but of course,
Mhm.
that'll be made up quickly.
Yeah. Both heading into check Uncle. Oh wow,
Ooh,
nice
epic bomb
drop.
pull. 8
Very
bombs on
nice.
that.
Lugaroo
Luke's gonna
not,
wish he
not,
did that.
not checking that. Yeah, definitely.
But well, that works
Oh,
out
well.
pretty well.
Or 3 bombs there and just 20 rupees from the chest.
Yeah.
Taylor picking up some magic there. And getting those kills in, this is something I've been noticing people have been doing that is a smart thing to do. You try to keep track of the kills you're getting because that is how the items that are pulled from trees and that come from the crabs under bushes are determined. There are different tables based on how many enemies you've killed and how many times you've been hit. At
That
least
is
at
correct.
the beginning.
Right, and each time you pull, that resets. The damage you take, I think, doesn't come into effect until you've made the kill, so you get a little bit of leeway there from what I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one of the things that's randomized in each race, and so these runners are going to be in a good position while they wait for their first infinite weapon.
20 rupees from the crab, who also just threw out one little bomb drop there.
Nice. Lugaroo getting his welcome information there.
Yep, and Taylor picking up his rupees, so they are not going to be hurting for rupees or bombs.
Yeah, I know this was brought up in a race you commentated earlier that the Houlihan room play has been up for discussion lately, whether or not
Yeah.
it's still valuable. That, of
Yeah.
course, being the dev room you can set up by doing things in the game to mess up your position, then you fall in a hole.
Yes.
It suddenly rupees.
And it seems like plays like the ones we're seeing here have become more standard, more what people are leaning towards.
Yeah,
Just coming up with creative ways to get the rupees and the bombs.
indeed. All right, we're about to see in the forest spot. Oh, I could not tell with the
I couldn't quite
clouds.
see. I
I
saw
think
an
it's
arrow.
arrows. Yeah, I think it's 10 arrows, maybe plus 10 arrows.
Yeah. Oh, and
Meanwhile-
we got a power glove.
Oh, power glove in the forest drop. Very nice.
Both of our players picking that up at around the same time there.
Very nice. We're a lantern away from Death Mountain, or a hammer and a pearl away from Dark World.
Mhm.
Or, of course, potentially the other glove. Meanwhile, we do have on our previous race, Rywek is going to make his way to Ganon's Tower now.
Mm-hmm. And the chat has already seen it, but Epi, where do you think the big key is going to be?
It's true, I missed it. In chat,
I didn't see
spoil
it either.
I'm going to go with my classic 11.
I'm going to say Bob's chest. If we're right, then the chat has to give us an award this time. It's the other
Oh,
way
yeah.
around now.
If
Because
we
they
get
already
it-
know.
If we get it, we want a wall of Pog champs. Nothing else. If you please.
Oh, Boots in Blind's Hut.
Oh wow, is this going to be another special
Quake.
seed?
And Quake.
And bombs in the back.
Now, Boots definitely, I think Boots are an interesting thing to grab early too, because they feel nice because you know, hey, now I can run everywhere. But then obviously, you also know that your opponent can run everywhere. I know for me, it puts on a little bit of pressure. Suddenly I'm thinking, oh, everyone's going to go so much faster. So.
Yeah, we will, the drama of things on the torch kind of goes away, the library item. But it's definitely something the runners are glad to see. It does bring up a couple of interesting edge cases for like the fact they don't have a sword yet. So they're going to want to run places, but they're not going to want to be hammering the enemies the way they might otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting the tile room play from Rywek.
Yeah. And I don't doubt that both of these runners are pretty confident in their boot routing.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, and a nice chicken clip.
Yep.
He's stuck in the wall. Pulling the Castlevania play for the mirror.
one of the three validation requirements has now been checked.
Right. We've got chicken clip, bird toss, and validation chest as I count them.
Just an arrow upgrade there.
Oh. Luger getting his bonks in early.
Yep.
Alright, we're through the whole right side, which I think puts us at 7.
Oh, nice. You're keeping track down there.
I think.
Oh, and with that, both players have what they need for Zora if they have
they have the access. And if we get a Moon Pearl anytime soon, we might see them pull off that newly famous double Jesus walk.
Oh, and this is interesting here. So Lugaru, instead of checking Maze Game, decided to just go right for it. And it's Bombo, so now Taylor is heading back to grab it.
That's an interesting little bit of time save there. And I do want to thank Fluffy Mittens pointing out, I forgot the validation arrow among our validation requirements.
Of course, so there's 4, yeah.
Yeah, of course, these are all fiercely enforced by the chat, and we do thank them for that work. Both of our players get into that swirl coin.
Swirl coin, I like that.
We've got just one more pickup before we don't have to worry about how to get into Meyer and T-Rock.
Yep, and it looks like both are... Oh, no, I was going to say both are going for the back of Escape, but Taylor's going to check the Bonk Rocks first. I didn't see if Lugaru did that.
I don't think he did. I think he popped right out here and picked up, I think that was just a fresh $60. While Taylor gets 5. Yeah.
Also, it looks like that we were both wrong on the big key guess for...
yeah, this... unless he went all the way through right side. But there's Buttersword for him, and I think that was unique in his group.
And Lugaru's heading down to the dam. Just picking up some bombs at first and see if there's anything of value outside. Just a Pizza Hut outside.
Yep, that's pretty vanilla.
That is vanilla,
looks like Taylor's gonna follow in those footsteps.
Yeah.
And neither of our players wanting to take on the mini Moldorm cave yet, understandably so. All they have to face it are the bombs.
On the plus side, it's a nice full stack of bombs.
It's true. And if they run out, they can go find a bush crab nearby and just pick up what 2 drops should cap them off.
Yep.
And I do think at this point we have passed the 11, so
Oh, yeah.
Shucks, no pog champs for us.
Rip. And really, it's that first... when you just have bombs, that first Moldorm is the tricky one.
Oh,
he's
definitely.
He's getting right up in your face, and you don't have
Definitely.
time anything.
And we are going to see Taylor go for it now. We'll see just how tricky this can be. Oh, and I do like this strategy of cooking the grenade a bit here.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to rely on the RNG as much.
Mm-hmm. And worst case scenario, if it starts bumping into you, you just hold on to that bomb.
Right, and try to stay on.
Yeah.
All right, and so far, our best thing here might be the plus 15 to bombs. Oh, the hammer.
Ooh, a hammer. That's a nice pickup there.
It looks like they had a green pin. Ooh.
I was just about to say we just need the Moon Pearl for Dark World access, but there it is.
Yeah.
So they each have what the other is missing to get into the Dark World.
And even a red potion to help out those harder hitting enemies as they go.
Yeah.
But we're going to see him jump right back to Link's house, head right south. Make that play.
I always have to mention, people forget, or sometimes don't even fully realize, those crabs in that area, when you have green mail and very few hearts, they can be tricky. They do 2 hearts of damage despite being a relatively weak enemy otherwise. So you do not want to be tanking hits from them.
Indeed. I mixed up the players having the both having the hammer, but Luger's about to pick up his.
Right.
And
yes.
then he'll be in good shape. Meanwhile, we see the frog taking a swim with a fake flipper.
So unfortunately, he doesn't have the Moon Pearl already for this because he would be able to check Waterfall Cave, but
It is right.
I imagine picking up that Moon Pearl will be happening soon, and then he might have other locations on his mind after that anyway.
And yeah, we're going to see Lugaru take Luigi right back up to get that Dark World access.
Yeah, this is nice. Then we can pop in for a little Hype Cave check, which I am still always holding out hope for. Meanwhile, we see Taylor doing this new trick that everyone's doing. I don't know if the trick is new, but it's new to me, and everybody's been doing it recently. Running on the water.
Indeed.
I still believe in Hype Cave. I still believe in it.
Well, it looks like I missed the map check, but we do have help from chat.
Skullwoods 5, Pod Blue, Swamp Red.
Nice. Alright. Fire Rod?
I think it was Fire Rod. I couldn't actually see which rod it was, but I think
I have the hardest time with that, but either way, we've got a rod in this cave, and we know that T-Rock is a crystal. So this is good news, and our tracker is confirming fire.
Yep. So that's decent. That's decent. I've not lost my hope for Hype Cave yet.
Indeed. Meanwhile, a love lesson from Zora. Shoutouts to Blast Egg on Tracker for this match. He's even been updating Rywek stuff as he continues.
Nice. Yeah, GG Blast Egg.
And Taylor kind of wishing he went somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we know that he needs to go for that Moon Pearl, but there's a few things that he can still check. I think he's heading towards the front of his skate now.
Yeah, that's not a bad play, especially now that you have the hammering and you kind of continue to do damage to things without worrying about running out of any resource.
Exactly. And I also like Luger's routing here of having gone from Moldorm Cave to Hype Cave and now heading up toward Digging Game and grabbing these items, getting them out of the way.
Yeah, I did not see what was on Stumpy, but I saw in the Grove Cave there were rupees. And Moon Pearl was in the back of Sahasrara to answer the trash in chat. I'm not calling him that. He called himself that.
I looked over and I was like, wait, what? And then I saw her name.
Yeah, no.
And I also didn't see what Stumpy gave, but I saw it and it was something insignificant, but I don't remember now what the insignificant thing was. Apparently it was bombs.
Thank you, Pink.
Oh, and just 20 rupees from the digging game.
Yeah, that's a common prize. Just a goofy one when you get so many others already.
Oh, and I like this part of Luger's routing as well.
Very interesting.
Now heading up to the other Dark World portal.
Right, because he wouldn't have been able to go
side.
backwards on it. Yeah, that's actually really sharp.
Also, we see Rywek validated his run.
Oh, and what was it?
Oh, I didn't actually see what it was, but I just saw the open chest.
Well, I'm sure chat knows.
Yep.
All right, the hammer dash to come in strong on the
Nice.
chain guard. Very nice.
And 20 rupees for his efforts.
Yeah.
Still, at least we got to see that awesome dash.
Yeah, I think that's 15 more than Zelda gives you, so there's that.
It's an upgrade. Who
And
says
Agate
Randomizer
2
never did
going on
anything for
for
us?
Rywek? Yeah. Hey, it gave us boots. If we had lamp, I'd be really, really concerned.
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess for Luigi, this kind of counts as the fire flower, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
We got the bomb drop has changed to a 20 rupee drop, which is a really nice prizes in this game.
Right.
These are the things you always hope for, but then instead it's green rupees.
Oh, we're even getting the sick kid chat,
Mm-hmm.
giving away a little piece of his heart.
Yeah. Probably needs that, but
Yeah. Maybe it's the bad one. He's on the transplant list. It's rough times.
Luger's gonna be heading into Thievestown.
Meanwhile, it looks like we're seeing, based on the sound of the cave and the bats, is this old man?
This is, yeah. Taylor grabbed the tree for the rupees and is now heading in.
And keep the hype going for Rywek as he goes into this Ganon fight. He's gonna put that butter sword to work. And Taylor very defensively hoping to smash those dead rocks. Meanwhile, gets lucky with the cutscene cabbage not bothering him much. Park container out of Thievestown. Did not catch the first two pulls.
Items leave my brain too quickly after I've seen them.
It's all good, and we see Lugaroo there having to be cautious with that dash, still lacking the sword, while Taylor has found the lamp at Spectacle Rock. When the old man says he lost his, you wonder how that one got up there.
Really, though. It's probably the one that he's looking for. That also means that we should have an accessible flute before having to have done any of this.
This is true. The flute being... Oh, and GG for Rywek finishing up his Ganon fight. But yeah, the logic requires you should be able to see in the dark to go through that passage. And so that means our flute is somewhere that you could get without going to Death Mountain.
Granted, with the early Dark World access our runners got, I guess that would be pretty... That could still mean it's in a lot of places now that I think about it.
That is true, but it's still important information if our runners come down to needing that item and being otherwise unable to get to our crystal mire.
Exactly. And I do just want to throw out there that Rywek finished with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 11 seconds. And I see all the GGs have been in chat, so GG Rywek on that.
Yeah. And cheers, chat, for keeping up the hype with that one.